Hey, well, this is the Christmas season, and it can be overwhelming at times. And I guess this is a time that we often think about love, and if you're a Christian, about God's gift of love to us and whatnot. And if you're not, that's okay because love is like a non-religious holiday. But we all should beam loving thoughts to one another because really is a form of energy. You know how it is if you've ever felt somebody being really mad and you walk into a room, you can feel the tension. You just want to get out. Well, it's the same thing happens when you beam loving thoughts, especially to your spouse or, someone that might tend to get on your nerves from time to time. If you beam those loving thoughts, they can feel that. And a lot of times it can help diffuse a tense situation. I mean, how cool would it be like if the whole world just stopped, sending forth fear and hatred and stuff to our enemies? Because, like the good book says, anybody can love their family and friends. It takes a special help from above sometimes to love people that you're afraid of or whatever. But think how awesome it would be if everybody just stopped and started loving one another. Like that's going to happen, I know. But anyway, I digress. I think, too, we forget sometimes to put, as my papa used to say, legs on our prayers. So whenever you pray for someone or send them loving energy or loving thoughts, you got to also put legs on that. And that means you don't just tell somebody, hey, I'm praying for you to be filled. You bring them food. You don't just tell somebody, that you want them to be well. You might see if you can haul them over something to eat or to take care of them or go to the store for them or, things like that. You have to, I think, take care of people with actions. You have to back up loving feelings with actual physical actions. Sometimes, it's just about being a good listener, too. Sometimes a person might have their needs met physically, but emotionally they may be just needing to be heard or a hug. Sometimes a hug can go a long way. And you got to remember to love self too, because if you don't love self, then you're not really able to receive love from others, and they need to feel that their love for you is being felt. And it's really hard to give it if you can't feel it. And sometimes the reason you can't feel it is because you've never been taught that you're a lovable person. Sometimes I think that we do a lot of damage to our kids without realizing it, maybe, or we don't care enough to realize it in some situations. But if a person hasn't been taught to receive love, it's really hard for them to accept it from somebody. And with people like that, you have to be consistent and not take their ways personally, but that you just be consistent and steady. In the meantime, learn to love self by being kind to self, by doing loving things for self, not by being selfish, but by being common sense, treating yourself the way you treat your best friend. Let me put it that way. Treating yourself like you would treat your favorite child if you have a favorite child. Doing that can help you to not only feel love for self, but to give it to others who deserve it and need it and could use it. Okay, that's it for today.